Hello, Cancer, Cancer Rising, Cancer Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting July 24th, 2017. I'm doing this on a different camera because these files are a bit smaller, therefore easier to process and faster to upload, and I want to make sure I get these out there for you. Quick reminder and update for everybody. For those of you who have made a purchase for the Tarot Home Study course, or those of you thinking about purchasing the Tarot Home Study course, check your links. Go back to the Dropbox later on this week. I'm actually going to be uploading extra spreads and all kinds of fun stuff for you to continue your education. Now it's almost like a membership that you only had to pay for once. So if you already have it or you are thinking about downloading and purchasing it, there's going to be extra. And I may actually do this on a routine basis. Maybe not a predictable routine, but, regularly. And of course, you can do that at my website, integrativemysticism.com, same place you'd go to get a session with me. So, when it comes to this week in your astrology, what is going on? Well, on Monday, we've got Venus, planet of love, harmony, and luck, in your 12th house of your past, your privacy, and your hidden zone. And it is going to be forming an opposition to Saturn, currently retrograde in your 6th house of work and reputation and your physical health. Now, I'm feeling like this Venus opposed to Saturn retrograde is actually a situation where an alternative is going to be showing up here. I would call this like the buyer's remorse kind of angle for this week, and everyone's having it happen in some area or place in their life. And this looks to me like possibly a situation going on with a health routine that you do or don't have, or possibly maybe an alteration or a clarification or a new therapy for an existing condition that you may have, or something that may have even been inherited, in your lineage. Maybe it's something that everyone's had, or maybe there's something new coming up here. And this new, whatever this is, this new treatment, whether it's physical health, mental health, acute or inherited, this is something that the new treatment itself is gonna, we want to make sure that we are compatible with it. But it may actually be something we want to entertain. Yes, it is an opposition, but it's not going to work with what we already have. We can't do both at the same time, but it may be something that actually works out very, very well. So, talk to your GP, talk to your physician, all of those things. Obviously don't just do something because the astrologer said so, especially in a general horoscope for thousands of people. But make sure that, you give yourself the opportunity for that, to explore what that could be. On Wednesday, we do have the Mars conjunct the Sun, or the Sun conjunct Mars in your earned income sector. And this is a fight you can win, a test you can win. And you are actually encouraged to have this debate, this confrontation, or whatever it is. Whenever the Sun conjuncts Mars, we are expected to actually go and have this altercation, have this, this argument, or whatever it is. And if you are interested in taking up this cup, if you're capable, you are going to find that, not only could we win, but is this, this is actually something that actually wins us a lot of clout, whether it's winning us back a lot of respect or winning us more opportunities. You may actually be seizing an opportunity that, that is kind of meant for you and only you. If you need to contest something at the office, if you need to take any kind of test, be prepared. Mars doesn't make it easy, but Mars does reward the hard-working and people who don't want to take something the easy way. So you're in a good shape there. So what's going on with your cards this week? Well, for your spiritual advice, we've got the card of the Wren. And the Wren is an interesting card because it does talk about preparedness, being ready, being early, but also being humble about it, being discreet, not being prideful. Okay, when we talk about the Wren, we talk about even the imagery on the card. One of the things I love about this card is it talks about, the keen sense that a lot of animals have. Animals always know first, when there's something going on. They can pick up on the energy that's kind of being displaced either by people or the weather. And when we look at this card, what I'm kind of feeling is that this week you're going to have an opportunity to get a head start on people. You're going to have an opportunity to actually not only, again, win a conflict or maybe take a test or something along those lines, but also propel yourself forward. But we need to be humble about it. These days being a braggart, or artificially empowered by talking yourself up is vogue. Thank God Saturn's going to Capricorn. That'll be over soon. Don't go into that. That's not trendy. Pay attention to the Ren. Don't broadcast your moves this week. Don't throw all of that stuff out there. Don't pay attention to that kind of energy. Avoid hyping yourself up. Stay humble, but also at the same time, be prepared. Not everyone's going to actually be working on their next move or working on whatever this endeavor is. Not everyone is going to see this shift coming as fast as you are, and you're not meant to broadcast it yourself. So what's going on with your Earth sector when it comes to your work and finances? We do have the card of Judgment. And again, Judgment, the card of Tests, and the card of Elevation coming up here. And, I am seeing here, when I look at with the Judgment card, I am seeing here a test or an interview or an evaluation that actually goes extremely well in your favor. The test of the Judgment card can often indicate a situation where you are put in a position of power this week, where you're kind of almost, I guess you could say, doing the work of the position or the task that you actually want to have, and you may actually be able to maintain it once you keep it. The Judgment card often does show up as a surprise. I'm noticing here. We could be bringing back an opportunity, or in essence resurrecting an opportunity that maybe you weren't there for before, or you weren't ready for, or you weren't available for, something that you passed up. A second chance is coming around, and this could be a big boon to your work and career. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, and the others in your life, we've got the Seven of Cups upright. Okay, so this week with the Seven of Cups, honestly, I kind of feel like this week I want you to be very mindful when it comes to how you are handling your social dealings. Usually the Seven of Cups can indicate a situation where there could be somebody who is competing for our attention, but they're kind of wasting a lot of our time, energy, and resources. And this could be a week where a lot of you Cancerian people, okay, we've got Venus in the 12th house, you don't want superficial fair weather friends. You don't want that shallow kind of stuff. And the Seven of Cups can be a very shallow card. It's sort of the, I don't know, kind of energy of the tarot. And when I look at the Seven of Cups, I'm kind of seeing here, you're going to be feeling like a lot of people are fighting for your attention, but they're not necessarily going to be actually doing anything with the time that you're giving them. And you're not going to be doing anything with the time that they're giving you or asking you to give them. So be very careful this week not to let yourself get caught up in any kind of sort of, I guess you could say wasteful expenses, whether it's your energy, time, or your physical resources, because I'm kind of feeling like this week a lot of friends, are simply kind of taking up a lot of empty space, and they're not filling it with this time. It doesn't mean you have bad friends. It just could be a fluke in the air this week. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Three of Cups upright. Your challenge it does have to do with your social life. But the interesting thing is, again, with the Three of Cups as a challenge, it's about getting closer. It's about bringing more depth into your social life, bringing more emotional currency into the relationships that you have with people who are your friends. Okay, the Three of Cups upright can indicate a need to pay attention to where a group is falling out of sync. People have, maybe we haven't had enough collective experiences together, and we're not bonded as closely as we could be. And it's time to start working on where do we start to figure those things out. Do we want to start bonding more? Are we the kind, are we that tight-knit, strong group, or are that tight-knit, strong pair? Are we those types of people? Are we not those types of people? It's okay to drift apart if we're meant to drift apart, but your challenge this week is actually being honest with what that truth really is, because it seems like there may be one or two friends that we're kind of living a lie with. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Two of Swords upright. Now, for those of you who are single and looking, the Two of Swords can indicate here, I'm kind of feeling like this week there's going to be something that a crush or an interest does or says that makes you decide you want to stay on the fence or keep your options open for a little while. And maybe you should. It's not saying that this person is going to be throwing up a major red flag or a huge turnoff or anything. But I am kind of feeling with the Two of Swords that you may not necessarily want to move a relationship opportunity forward based on where this person is or what information they present. And that does need to be taken care of before you do anyway. So, you know, we don't want to be the, I don't care, I just want to be with you, come all, bring all your problems. You know, that might not be the way to do it anyway. I think that you may notice where this person needs some space, or there may be a condition that needs to be met before we can move forward, and that's okay. For those of you who are currently coupled, this card is a little bit different. The Two of Swords is indicating here, again, we have a pause and a standstill. But what I'm picking up from this card is that, you know, it's not so much about you waiting on a partner, is that you are making a partner wait for something that you need to take care of. And this may actually be very important as well. So it's almost like a role reversal. However, you don't have a lot of problems that you're bringing to the table, but it really does have to do with the fact that somebody's got to hold their horses here. You know, a partner or a kid may be trying to make some huge expense, some kind of huge shift to the home, or, you know, alteration of the relationship. That is either a bit premature or not very well founded. And this card is basically saying here, you know, pay attention, Cancer, you know, just for this week. Remember, it's just a one-week horoscope anyway. This may be something that we need to kind of take a freeze, take a bit of a pause on, because this may be coming up a bit quick and premature, like I said before. So, I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.